Thought for the day. Emotional intelligence shapes our interactions with others and our understanding of ourselves. Welcome to 7 Minutes for Yourself. I'm Christina Aina, and I'm so glad you've joined me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. Let's take this time to reconnect with ourselves and improve our well-being. In today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself, we discuss the significance of self-control in challenging circumstances. Have a listen.
The qualities that make a great leader are some of the same characteristics of emotionally intelligent people. They have a quiet magnetism about them. But can these traits be developed? Or are they just there? While certain emotional intelligence skills may come naturally to some, the good news is that they can be developed over time with practice. Keep watching for 6 emotional intelligence skills that separate deep people from the rest. Number 1, self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to go beyond recognizing and understanding your own emotions, to understand how your actions, moods, and behaviors affect other people. So, how does one become self-aware? You need to be able to monitor and identify your own emotions and recognize the reactions of others. Then, go even further to see the connections between your feelings and behaviors. Self-aware individuals can also recognize their own strengths and limitations and use it to their benefit. They're open-minded, seeking out new information and experiences, and they learn something new from each social interaction. They tend to be confident and have a great sense of humor. They're also keenly aware of how they're perceived by others. Number 2, self-regulation. Deep people are able to control their emotions. Unlike self-awareness, self-regulation is more externally focused. It's the ability to understand and manage your behavior and reactions to what's happening around you. It involves controlling how you react to strong emotions, such as frustration, excitement, anger, or embarrassment. This doesn't mean ignoring or hiding your reactions. It's more about keeping your cool, even in the toughest situations, and responding appropriately when the timing is right. That guy at the coffee shop who blew up at the barista for messing up his order, he clearly can't express his annoyance properly. Otherwise, he would have just gone with the flow and calmly asked for a replacement. Those who can self-regulate are flexible and adaptable, and they are good at managing conflicts and tense situations. These traits and skills make great leaders. They are highly conscientious and considerate of how their actions influence others. Like self-awareness, self-regulation is something that can be developed over time. In fact, the two are fundamentally intertwined, kind of like a package deal. Number 3, social skills. Another important emotional intelligence skill is being able to interact well with others by building meaningful relationships through a strong understanding of yourself and other people. This includes active listening, verbal and nonverbal communication, and persuasiveness. These traits are often accompanied by great leadership skills. If you've been fortunate enough to have had a boss with great social skills, you know that they're great at building connections and inspiring you to do the same. Number 4, relationship management. They say you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and emotionally intelligent individuals select those they surround themselves with wisely. Have you ever been around someone with a negative attitude and felt completely drained afterward? The opposite is also true. Spending time with those who are fun and positive leaves you feeling energized and fulfilled. Doing so can lead to improved mood, productivity, and well-being. Those who appreciate the value of relationships can more easily seek out others who are uplifting. In addition to being in touch with their own feelings, deep people are acutely aware of how others make them feel. Bad vibes just aren't worth their time. Number 5, empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share in the feelings of others, and it's one of the most important emotional intelligence skills. Those who are deep and empathetic can put themselves in another person's shoes and really feel what that person is experiencing. They can then respond appropriately. If someone is feeling down, an empathetic person feels it in their core and does what they can to make that person feel better. With empathy comes the ability to sense the power dynamics that drive social relationships. This is particularly useful in workplace settings because it guides how you interact with various people. Individuals competent in this area are able to relate easily with others at all levels, in business and life, because they understand how these forces influence feelings and behavior and can navigate social situations accordingly. Number 6, intrinsic motivation. Emotionally intelligent people are intrinsically motivated. Driven by a passion for their personal needs and goals, they do things because they're enjoyable and interesting. As opposed to those who are extrinsically motivated and do things for rewards or to avoid punishment, intrinsically motivated individuals find satisfaction in internal rewards, such as self-improvement and being personally challenged. Sure, money, fame, recognition, and acclaim are all nice to have, but if that's all that motivates you, what happens when those things are gone? There's a difference between playing a sport because you enjoy it versus playing only to win. The same is true for spending time with someone because you genuinely enjoy their company, not because of their social standing. You might learn a new language out of a thirst for knowledge rather than to meet a job requirement. This inner drive makes these people action-oriented, committed, and good at taking initiative. They are constantly striving to achieve new goals and to find better ways of doing things.
That concludes today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Today and every day with your kiddo is a gift. Enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.